Hello, my dear students and viewers. Welcome to my channel Scorpio Class. If you're a class 10 student and getting prepared for your exams and looking for the supplementary chapters, explanation, and notes, then you're on the right platform and watching the right video. As in this video, we are going to discuss a great martyr ever cherished summary and question and answers. So as you all know, we are going on with the passing package of the English subject for the year 25-26. Here we are with the supplementary chapter number 3, A Great Martyr Ever Cherished. So here in this video, we are going to discuss the entire chapter explanation in a very small and short form, that is summary, and we are going to understand the entire chapter, the gist of it, and then we are going to also share the important question answers, all the possible question answers, which is going to be important from your exam point of view. So stay tuned till end and do not miss any part of it. But before that, if you are new to my channel and watching my video for the first time, do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of all the upcoming videos. Also join my WhatsApp channel. The link is shared in the description box where you'll be getting all the study materials and other daily stuffs. And if you want any other topics relevant to this, you can comment in the comment box, and also the study materials which you need will be shared in the WhatsApp channel. You will get it over there. So now let's get started with our supplementary chapter, A Great Martyr Ever Cherished, one of the important chapters, a beautiful chapter of a brave, heroic warrior. And let's see the summary. So here, the chapter is about a young boy called Hanifuddin who lost his life while fighting the Kargil War. Now, he was only 25 when he became a martyr, serving his motherland. In recognition of his heroism, the Tartak sector in Kargil is named after him. So there was a great warrior named Hanifuddin who had lost his life fighting the Kargil war. You might be knowing what is Kargil war, right? So he was just 25 when he was martyred while serving his motherland. So, in recognition of his heroism, they dedicated the entire Turkic sector after his name, and it was named after Hanifuddin. Now, Hanif never had an easy life. He lost his father when he was only 8 and learned to be independent whenever his mother was away on work. Although an introvert, there was no dearth of talent in Hanif. He sketched, made cards with waste materials, and played drums. His musical talent was used in the army also when the soldiers asked him to get all his musical instruments and formed a troupe which was later called Hanif 7. So here Hanif did not had an easy life. In his early childhood, he lost his father when he was only 8, and they had to learn to be independent because the only mother had to be away for her work. So here we get to know that though Hanif was introvert, he had no dearth of talent. Okay, no dearth of talent. He was excelling in so many fields. He was a multi-talented person, and he sketched, he made cards with the waste materials, and he also played drums. And this musical talent which he was having was used in the army also when the soldiers asked him to get all his musical instruments, and he formed a troupe there, and later the troupe was named as Hanif 7. So all these qualities, multi-talents he had. Now, though his two brothers turned out to be a teacher and a music composer, Hanif joined the army, honoring his instinct to serve his motherland. Right from his childhood, Hanif knew what he wanted to do. It was to serve his motherland. Though both of his brothers were in different field, one was in teaching, one was in musical field, but he had his instinct right from his childhood that he would become a warrior. He wanted to serve his motherland, and so he did. So unfortunately, the cruel hand of fate snatched him away, and India lost a young soldier who would have continued to do a lot of good for the country because helping others was in his nature. But unfortunately, he just lost his life at a very young age of 25. If he would have been alive, he would have helped others in many other ways. As if the country knew about his secret desire, it named a subsector after him. Hanif, as a young officer, had marveled at the idea of Nana Singh Post being named after a soldier. So he had one desire that his that a post or a area to be named after him, and this was known to the country. And then later on, as a mark of respect, the Turtuk sector was named after him. As a fitting tribute to his helping and selfless nature, his mother refused to accept the petrol bunk the government offered her as compensation, saying there were other poorer soldiers who might need it more. So even the mother was so kind-hearted and she refused to accept the patrol bunk which the government had offered her as in compensation to his life. But then she said no, and she said that there would be other poorer soldiers who would might need it more. So this is about the summary of the chapter which we read about the Hanifuddin's life, how he was a brave warrior right from childhood. He had this interest of joining the and serving the motherland, and then he lost his life at the age of 25 and how he was recognized. So this was the summary, and now let's look into the important question answers from your text, which can be asked in your exams. So here we have 2 to 3 sentence question answers. So let's go through it. The writer speaks of the smile that welcomes anyone who enters Hanif's house. What more do we know about this smile? Answer is the smile of Hanifuddin just from the photograph frame welcomes anyone who enters Hanif's house. The smile gives the memory of a 25-year-old martyr, Lieutenant Hanifuddin. Okay, it gives the memory of the martyr Hanifuddin. Now, what did Hanif choose as his mission? Why did he do so? Answer: Hanifuddin chose to join the army because he knew that life was short for him and to serve India in army was his mission. As we just saw in the summary, he had this instinct of feeling that he want to join the army right from his childhood and serve. So that is the answer given over here. Next, third question. Life for Hanif in the beginning was never a smooth sail. Why was it so? Answer: because Hanif lost his father when he was just 8. His mother, Hema Aziz, was left to take care of 3 young boys. But she had to leave the children alone and travel with the performance team of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. So his mother was always out for the work, and then these boys had to take care of themselves. Okay, question 4. The absence of mother from home taught the children something. What was that? So, what did it teach them? Answer: the absence of mother from home taught the children something that made the children to become very responsible, getting up and getting ready for school without having to tell them. It gave the children a message that one's duty is the most important thing in life. So these were the messages, these were the responsibilities which they learned even when mother was away from home. Next, how does the writer describe the introvert Hanif? So answer: an introvert Hanif began to make friends only by the time when he was 14 years of age. He would often go out of his way to help people because that gave him a certain kind of joy. Okay. Though he was introvert, though he started making his friends only after when he was 14 years of age, but he was always going out of his way to help people because he found joy in it. Next question. Hanif was a young man with varied talents and interests. Illustrate the statement from textual examples. Answer: Hanif was dabbled in art, sketched very well, made beautiful cards out of waste material, read a great deal, and loved playing the drums. That is why the officers of Raj Rifles, that is Rajputana Rifles, this is the short form of it, Rajputana Rifles, made him get all his instruments from Delhi and form the music group Hanif 7. Next question. What did Hanif choose as his mission? Why did he do so? Answer: Hanif knew that life for him was short. He wanted to serve the nation. Therefore, he joined Indian Army as a soldier. He believed that a person working for the nation could change lives. So he had the dream of changing the lives of the country, of the people of the country. Thus, he wanted to serve the nation in this way. Next, life for Hanif in the beginning was never a smooth sail. Why was it so? Answer. Hanif lost his father when he was just 8 years old. His mother, a vocal artist, was out very often with the performance wing. Therefore, he became very responsible at a tender age. Next question. The absence of mother from home taught the children something. What was that? Answer. Hanif's mother was a vocal artist and she would often had to leave the children alone as she traveled with the performance wing. The kids became very responsible getting up and getting ready for school without her having told them and learned that one's duty is the most important thing in life. Okay, so here you can see that some questions and answers are having the same answers, but the questions are a bit twisted one. So you can carefully read the question and understand the answer. Okay, next, share your thoughts and impression of Hanif with your classmates, or you can just share your thoughts and impression of Hanif and write it in your own words. So answer, Hanif, even though he lived only for 25 years, continues to live forever in our hearts. In his short lifespan, he became a hero by sacrificing himself in the Kargil War. Because of the hardships from the tender age, he learned that one's duty is the most important thing in life. He often went out of his way to help people, and this gave him happiness. He was a young man of varied talents and interests. Life for Hanif was always ekdam bindas. Okay, so he never stopped himself from doing anything. He always went and was ready to help others. Okay, now moving to next question. How does the writer describe the introvert Hanif? I think even this question is again repeated. So Hanif began to make friends at his 14th year of age. He often went out of his way to help people. By doing so, he derived joy. So mark this as an important answer because it's been repeated and it can be one of the important questions. Question 12. Hanif was a young man with varied talents and interests. Illustrate the statement drawing support from the text. So answer is Hanif dabbled in art, sketched very well. He made beautiful cards out of waste material. He read books and loved playing drums. So these were the different talents and varied talents that Hanif had, which is mentioned in your textbook. So you can mention this. Next, what were the dreams of Hanif? Do you think they were fulfilled? Answer, Hanif had dreamt that he would rise up the ranks. This dream could not be fulfilled because he was killed in the Kargil war. His another dream was that a post be named after him. Those dreams came true when the subsector was named after him. Okay, so first dream he couldn't fulfill because he was killed in the Kargil war and he couldn't rise up to those ranks. He did not have life to do this. But then his next dream, which was to have a post named after him, that dream came true when the subsector was named after him later on. So with this question answers, we come to an end of this video. All the important question answers and the summary of the chapter is being shared here. I hope this video is helpful, and if you like your video, do hit the like button and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel, join the WhatsApp channel for other study materials. Do comment in the comment box what are the other topics you would like to see from our side, and stay tuned for more such videos. We'll be back soon. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.